All right, so you got a solid state drive that was working fine, and all of a sudden it's totally dead. No warning, no explanation. Your files, your memories, your projects, all gone. In this video, I'm gonna take you through exact diagnostic process that we take to figure out what's wrong, and more importantly, how to get your data back from this failed device. All right, guys, I think I got this one from Australia. It's SM2262G AB. Step number one would be to connect the device to diagnostic equipment such as PC3000 and see what comes up. If I go into auto detect, it picks up that it's NVMe, so that's a good start. It can see that the controller is on there. When we power up, we get pH twilight. That's another good thing to see. First thing I notice right off the get-go is the fact that this unit does not have any jumpers set, does not have anything specific soldered on it, but it comes up in a SM2262 recognition. What does that mean? Well, guys, it means that this unit has a safe mode turned on. It even says so right here. SSD is in a safe mode. How can the device be put in a safe mode if there is no jumper to put it in such mode? Well, usually that happens because the device has a disconnected memory. But let's see. We got B27A. We're gonna choose this loader and see if we can maybe at least use a loader to get things moving with this device. Can we get something to come up? But it looks like because of the difference in the controller type, we're not able to. Just for the sake of things, let's power it down, power it back on. Again, it comes up to this. I'm gonna launch 2260 utility and run the same thing. See if we can maybe use a loader to help us get things moving. Same way, loader is not uploaded. Now, if you cannot help your device with the equipment, such as PC3000, your next step would be to verify that all of the voltages flow correctly. So this goes to ground. Let's see what we have on our capacitors. Alright, so we got some capacitors here. We got 3.3, 1.2, 0.6. Let's check the coils. 1.3, 0.8 or 0.9, should say. 1.3, 0.9, 1.3, 1.8. Things are looking good. I mean, I don't see anything abnormal. Let's see if we can maybe get some kind of unusual situation looking in the thermal camera. Yeah, in thermal, everything looks fine. 50 Celsius is nothing. Now that you've gathered up all your clues, you're on to the fun part, and that's reballing. Because this device has chips on both sides, I'm not gonna use SoFix preheater to remove them. But if you remove NANDs and power on the SSD without NANDs, it's automatically gonna go into a safe mode. So that's why I'm thinking we got a chance here, guys. Let's first mark them up. I'm gonna reball the chips to make sure that we don't have like a disconnected NAND. One of these NANDs disconnects. and we are no longer linked, and by default the unit goes into safe mode. I haven't seen solid state drives go into safe mode with all the NANDs fully attached, so that's where the clue is coming from. Okay, so now diluting the solder with something that melts at a lower temperature. I'm gonna take out all of the lead-free OEM solder from here and fill it with nice leaded stuff. So now I just grab my wick and start brushing the pads with it, picking up all of that injected leaded solder that we put in there. Okay, this side is ready. For some reason they come off so quick. It feels like they've been already worked on before. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, it looks way too clean to be worked on before. But I'm just surprised with how easily those chips come off. Same way, I'm gonna dilute the pads. Another thing that can put it in a safe mode is in proper order of the chips. And if the chips had been removed but put back in the wrong order, well, we're just in for a ride then. Usually I don't get into sorting that out. I call it a day at that point. It's way too many configurations, way too many attempts, and still like attempts that are just chasing it down the rabbit hole. So no point in really going after it that much. It's at the end of the day we may still end up with a SSD that doesn't work. But if I'm gonna give it a benefit of the doubt, I'm gonna say, listen, this is probably just some weird connection that got developed because of the impact or something else. I didn't see any solder marks, so I can't really say that this was really worked on and removed before. Plus the chips were sitting really nice. If somebody did that work before, good job. It looked OEM. With chips, same thing. We just clean up old stuff. Hard to say where that glue is from. It's not flux, otherwise it would just start kind of melting away, and this stuff isn't melting away, it's just sitting there. Okay, the chips are cleaned. Now let's remove the flux. Alright, chips are looking nice and smooth now. Same stencil. There we go. Stencil's good. And start cooking it up. Chip 1. This came out really nice. There we go. So all 4 chips are finished. Nice and round. So I'll start with the back side, I guess. 4, 3. And I'll start editing for today, guys. I'm done. Chip 3, chip 4. This side is done. A connection between the controller and the NAND does require also a full connection of the controller to the board, and then it gets routed through the circuit to the NANDs. So if we have some chips, some solder joints on the controller that are no longer connecting well, then it could also be the reason why it's not working. Small reason, but a small chance that it's the reason, but it's still a reason. So, but I feel like if this doesn't work, we've covered everything. So let's fire up. PHY comes up. Controller. There you go, guys. Just as much as the NAND needs to be fully connected to make full NAND protocol connection with the board, the controller has the same connections. By reflowing the controller, these connections got reestablished, and now we get a.id. Here's the NTFS partition, MFT map. We got 340 megabytes in the MFT. I'm gonna capture that. So let's see what's the bitmap showing in terms of used space. Yeah, the drive is full. We might as well clone the whole thing. Guys, I'm stoked. I'm so happy this worked, and I had a feeling that there's got to be a connection issue because of what was showing up and how it was coming up. So that's just something that you kind of have to, you know, put it into your diagnostic process. Clues that the drive is giving you sometimes will explain exactly what is wrong with it and what it wants. I think we covered everything there is to cover for this device, guys. We were able to obtain a complete image of this unit, so the client will be getting all of the data that was stored on it before it failed. What exactly would initiate such a failure is hard to say. Most likely some improper handling, taking the SSD out of a laptop or whatever was running it, flexing it too much, could potentially break off some type of NAND protocol joint. resulting in this exact behavior. So if that's the type of situation that you currently experienced, most likely the solution will be very close to what you saw in this video. However, there are other types of failures that SSDs can experience, and knowing how to deal with them can also be learned on this channel. So if you're new here, if you're interested in data recovery, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, comment something, say hello. It's been a while, guys. I haven't posted in like 3 months, just kind of trying to get back into it. So I really appreciate you all joining for this episode, and I'll see you all in the next one. If you need the service, as always, links to our website are in the description box. You can fill out your form, request your services there, easy and quick. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.